Okay, so here we have the Nothing Phone 3 and yes, it's glowing again. At this point, I feel like Carl Pei is less of a tech CEO and more of an LED interior designer. This phone launched in July 2025 and by now the hype is huge. Everyone's asking me the same question. Bro, is it actually worth it or just a Christmas tree with a SIM card? Let's break it down. First impressions, solid, premium and surprisingly heavy. At 218 grams, it's not featherlight. But hey, it also doubles as a home defense weapon if you get robbed in Tamil. Glass front with Gorilla Glass 7i. Gorilla Glass Victus on the back, aluminium frame and finally proper IP68 water resistance. You can dunk it in 1.5 meters of water for 30 minutes. Though if you're timing your underwater swim with a Nothing Phone, maybe reevaluate your life choices. And then the Glyph matrix. 489 LEDs on the back. But this isn't just vibes anymore, it's practical. Caller ID, camera, viewfinder, stopwatch, even party tricks like spinning the bottle. Imagine telling your parents that yes mummy, I bought this phone for 1,25,000 rupees so I can play spin the bottle alone. Developers even get an API for the Glyphs, which means third-party apps can use the lights. I'm low-key wanting for PUBG to integrate kill notifications with Glyph lights. Imagine headshot and your whole phone flashes. That is peak gamer energy. The front is all about that 6.6-inch OLED display, 1 billion colors, HDR10 Plus and refresh rate up to 120 Hz. And the 460 ppi resolution is sharp and the brightness 4500 nits of peak brightness, which basically means you can comfortably use this phone under the Kathmandu sun at Dasai when your relatives won't stop asking why you're still single. Also 960 hours of PWM dimming, a blessing for people like me who binge scroll in the dark at 2 AM, questioning life choices. Inside Snapdragon 8S Zen 4. Now let me explain. This isn't the ultimate 8 Zen 4 Ultra Pro Max Deluxe Delulu version, but trust me, it's still blazing fast. Antutu scores you ask almost 1.95 million. Geekbench 16900, which means multitasking, gaming, editing, all very smooth. And yes, it does get warm when you push it. Like PUBG Ultra graphics for an hour and suddenly your hands are like holding Momo straight out of the steamer. But otherwise, totally fine. Moreover, we also get up to 16 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.0 storage, that is. I'll translate that for you. This thing is fast enough to load Genshin Impact before you regret deciding to play Genshin Impact. That is how fast this is. Let's talk about software now, running on Android 15 with Nothing OS 3.5. And this is one of the biggest reasons to consider the Nothing Phone 3. It's clean, it's smooth and bloatware free. No random apps like Daily Hunt or My Store greeting you out of the box, plus Nothing promises 5 years of major Android updates and 7 years of security patches. That is insane. Most Android phones start feeling abandoned after 2 years. This one, it's like the loyal dogs of smartphones. It will stick with you. Oh, and there's essential search, swipe up and boom, you can search literally anything. Contacts, apps, even math problems. Gemini AI is integrated. So basically your phone can now solve assignments while you continue scrolling reels. Students from Nothing sides, you are very welcome. Now onto the cameras, and oh boy, this is interesting. Triple 50 megapixel setup at the back. Main wide, ultra wide and a periscopic telephoto with 3 times optical zooms. In daylight, photos are beautiful, sharp and the colors are very balanced. You get a lot of details. The ultra wide does not feel like a downgrade from the main sensor, which is very rare. Zoom shots up to 3 times look great, but beyond that it dips a bit. But hey, at least you're not zooming into pixel soup. Night shots, respectable. Not the best in class, but Nothing's processing is getting smarter by the day. You won't get that crazy Samsung Galaxy turn night into day effect, but it's natural, less artificial, and video, oh my god, 4K 60 FPS on the rear with solid stabilization thanks to OIS plus EIS. Selfie camera, also 50 megapixels, also does 4K 60 and yes, it makes your face look better than your passport size photo. So consider using it instead. Let's do a checklist. Stereo speakers, loud and crisp, and surprisingly good for movies. No 3.5mm jack. Very sorry to the wired headphone lovers, but Bluetooth 6.0 with all the latest codecs means wireless is rock solid. Connectivity wise, Wi-Fi 7, GPS and Navic. Shout out to India. NFC and dual SIM, nano and an eSIM. Basically, it ticks all the boxes. Now here's where it gets reasonable. A 5500 mAh battery. Everywhere else gets a 5150 mAh. See, sometimes it really does pay to be in the South Asia. Charging, you ask, 65 watts of wired, 15 watts of wireless, and even 7.5 reverse wireless, which means you can charge your friend's AirPods and pretend you're a generous person. Battery life in real use, you may ask, about 40 hours with 5G on and around 13 hours of screen on time. No marathon level, but more than enough for a full day of heavy use. Now let us talk about the numbers that really matters. Rupees 1,09,000 ranging to Rupees 1,25,000. In this range, it is competing with phones like OnePlus 13R, iQOO 13 Pro, and even last year's flagship on discount. And honestly, the Nothing Phone 3 holds up. It's not just style, it's substance. You're getting unique design, clean software, and guaranteed updates. Solid performance, good cameras, and battery life that does not scream for a power bank every 5 hours. Sure, it's not perfect, no headphone jacks, gets warm under a lot of load, and no super crazy periscopic zoom like Samsung. But for this price, it is one of the most balanced packages out there. So should you buy this phone? If you're the type who wants your phone to stand out in a sea of boring black slabs but still want reliability, updates, and actual useful features, the Nothing Phone 3 is a solid yes. But if you want something that screams mainstream safe choice, maybe stick to Samsung or iPhone. But if you are cool with your phone literally flashing like a disco ball when your crush texts you, then yeah, this is the one. The Nothing Phone 3, quirky, powerful, and honestly glowing, brighter than my future plans after college. And on that note, I am off to use the Glyph matrix as a magic 8-ball to decide whether I should eat momos or pizza tonight. Spoiler, it's always momos. So that was it for today's video. You've seen me before, you'll see me again. This is Susan Corner signing off. Bye bye.